All right, guys. So reports are coming out left and right, pretty much saying that the New York Jets are actively shopping running back Le'Veon Bell. Right, Joe Douglas, the general manager who did not sign Bell. Remember, it was Mike McCagnon, is shopping him. He's trying to see what his options are with Bell because, as we all know, the trade deadline is approaching quickly. It's in a couple weeks. And when you take a look at this whole signing from top to bottom, I completely understand and completely agreed with Mike McCagnon going out and giving Le'Veon Bell a big contract, right? It was a 4-year contract, $50+ million deal. And at the time, I was totally pumped up for it. If we could go back in time, I would still be pumped up for it. It's the right move. McCagnon's head was in the right place. The whole understanding was Le'Veon Bell is a dominant workhorse for the Pittsburgh Steelers, a guy who excels at everything, pretty much has no weakness. Now, he's not the fastest guy in the league. He's not like a Brandon Jacobs type of bruising back or anything like that. But everything else, he's great at. He's dominant. He was at one point the best running back in the league. He catches, screens. He does everything. Blocks exceptionally well. He does everything perfectly. And the mindset going in, or the idea was, hey, let's go get the best running back or, possibly the best running back in the National Football League and give that guy to Sam Darnold and pretty much say, hey, let's help out our young quarterback going into year 2. Now we got Adam Gase in the building, a guy who pretty much sucks at everything outside of offense, offensive, X's and O's, his system. This offense will score points. So it seemed at the time is a match made in heaven. Sam Darnold was, going to get a solid weapon, and quite frankly, the Jets haven't had a guy like Bell's, talent or at Bell's caliber in a long time. You have to think back to 2015 with Brandon Marshall, but here we are today, a winless football team that's mainly due in part to Adam Gase. The guy is a complete disgrace in the NFL. The Jets are an embarrassment. We all know the writing's on the wall with Adam Gase. The guy just doesn't get it. Defensive football out no input. Leadership obviously not there. Time management horrible at. Alienates players obviously. He did that in Miami. Look at guys like Pouncey, Jarvis Landry, Ryan Tannehill toward the tail end of Gase's and Tannehill's career there. Just threw him under the bus consistently. And we saw it with Jamal Adams. We saw it with Kelechi Osemele. The guy's a train wreck. He needs to be. The Jets need to move on from Adam Gase. That's obvious here. Again, now we're in the position where the Jets are 0-5 in early October, where the majority of the fan base is already thinking about April, right? Think about all the questions that are consuming Jets fans' heads out there, and they're 100% justified, and it's because this team is a complete disgrace. So they have nobody to look at but themselves. The Jets put themselves in this situation by hiring Gase in the first place. It's their fault. The Jets fans are thinking about, number one, who's going to be coaching this team next year? When will Gase be fired? What's going to happen with Sam Darnold? Will they finish with the first overall pick? Are they going to pick Trevor Lawrence? There's so many questions that are, concerning everybody's minds that have nothing to do with this season. It's just all let's, hopefully compete on Sundays and not lose by double digits and go from there. That's the only thing that fans are looking forward to on Sundays. It's a joke. It really is a joke. So now, a couple weeks before the trade deadline, Le'Veon Bell could possibly be dealt, and I think he will get dealt. And I look at teams like the LA Rams. I've been saying that the LA Rams could, that they've needed a big-time running back for a while now since they lost Gurley. And I love Henderson, and I love Cam Akers. I actually watched every game of Cam Akers at Florida State, back when he was in college. But, Cam Akers is obviously hurt. He's banged up. And I like Henderson a lot, right? Out of Memphis, loved him there. But I think Le'Veon Bell gives the LA Rams an extra edge. And Le'Veon Bell, when you look at the cap situation, is only owed $6 million for the rest of the season. And the Rams, I believe, have the Rams have 7. So they can pull this deal off if they want to. They might have to rearrange some things in the offseason because they have a couple of huge contracts like Donald and Ramsey and Goff and all these different guys. But if they wanted to add that dynamic player, and quickly, before I end the video, I know I'm kind of rambling here, but I need to throw this in there as well. Le'Veon Bell can still play in this league. It's not that he's rusty or some scrub or he fell off or he's just a horrible player. It's 100% due to the scheme that he's playing in and the guy who's calling plays. Gase cannot get him the football. Darnold can't throw him the football. He can't run with this offensive line. I fully believe that Le'Veon Bell will have success. I'm not saying he's going to go be the best running back in the league, but he's going to perform well once he goes to a different squad. It's absolutely unacceptable that the current offensive coaching staff and then the way that the Jets offense goes about doing things. Because on paper, Le'Veon Bell is actually a good system fit for the Gase system. It's all about getting the football out of the quarterback's hands quickly. It's all about the short passing game. And you'd think, okay, well, Le'Veon Bell is one of, if not the best pass-catching running back outside of like an Alvin Kamara in the league. Why isn't this guy getting touches? Why is he getting one pass thrown to him a game? Makes no sense. So then you have Bell liking tweets and stuff, and Gase comes out and is like, I wish he did something different. But it's like, you know what? If you're Le'Veon Bell, you were under the impression that you were going to take this next step with the offense, and you were going to be a featured back in New York, and then you're pretty much like a third down back. It's unbelievable, absolutely unreal. So I look for the LA Rams to possibly make a move. I've seen some people talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I could see that. I've seen some people talk about Green Bay. I'm not so sure about Green Bay. I guess it could happen. Maybe Philly if they want to do like a feature, like a two-headed, running back workhorse type of stable with him and Miles Sanders. I don't know. We'll see. I would say it's the LA Rams, maybe the Chargers, but after last night's loss, like, are they really thinking playoffs this year? I still think the Chargers are a capable playoff team, but I don't know. So we'll see what we can get back, or the Jets can get back for Le'Veon Bell. What a bombshell of a signing, right? It just screams organization. It screams vision. Actually having a team vision where the higher ups view this team in the future. It screams structure. I mean, whatever. It's completely dysfunctional. You know that, I know that, but that's where we stand. Early October. I think today's the 13th, October 13th, and Jets fans are already thinking about the draft. 100% due to the people running the team. So, for everybody out there that's saying like, oh, Jets fans are, they get too optimistic and then they get let down, or they're not patient enough. That's not it. It's the Jets fans are completely justified for feeling this way. Fully believe that. So we'll see. I mean, at this point, I'm hoping for a mid-round pick, fourth-round pick, fifth-round pick, something along those lines. But I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and go Jets.